Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mindstar Series Finals, hashtag 10. It's a Pubg Mobile tournament, and I welcome you all. I'm Saito, and I'll be helping you all as a entertainer, as a host, as a caster. Alright, the flight path is here, initiating from the eastern regions of 7E. Finishes off towards the southwestern regions of Sosno Military Base. Flight path favoring the central regions of Erangel map. It will be a bit tough for teams to head towards the eastern and the western edges. ALO Peacefuls, as usual, they're heading towards Yasnaya Poliana. Team Dangerous, most of the times we see them dropping in Pachinki, but this time they've chosen Yasnaya Poliana. The first circle immediately forms, favors the western regions of Erangel map. The Georgiapo Everest is almost deep inside the circle, even ruins, so there might be a lot of teams who can go for the early rotation, and they might head towards ruins. But this circle doesn't really force teams to initiate a early rotation. Udain Saab, they're heading towards Ferry Pier, and they have a company there along with them. I guess that is Team 4, and we'll have to look what team is that. That is Team New Wave, who is heading towards Ferry Pier. Both the teams have now diverted their glide towards Quarry. So both the teams will fight in Quarry, that is true. But 404 Clutch right now in a compound clash with Pearl is just a 1v1 fight. Clutch has even found a weapon. But the best thing would be just calling your teammates and not risking your life by going for that 1v1 clash against Pearl. I'm not saying that he will be able to win. He won't be able to win that 1v1. But why to take so much amount of risk when you can do the easy thing? Why to do the hard thing? Clutcher has been taken down there. So Team NW with the ugly start. And Udain Saab being dominant. This is probably the first time I'm saying Udain Saab being dominant in a drop clash. Be happy Gymshark is the two surviving. Umrit is sort of trapped inside that garage. If he tries to take his vehicle out, he doesn't know maybe that Gymshark is inside that watchtower. So if Amrit, without any information, if he just tries to take that vehicle out, Gymshark might knock him down, and he'll get knocked out and open. So that will be a flush immediately. So Udain Saab, as usual, they'll be facing casualties in this first drop clash fight. Like always. And Amrit is trying to get out of here. Gymshark. Yes, he finally connects. Just one headshot connection was needed there. He pinned down Amrit there. But the help immediately arrives. Alpha Sheer showing up. Gymshark doesn't have much resources. And Sheer drawing the attention of Gymshark towards him. What? What is Team Udain Saab doing here? Why are you reviving in such an open area? That's a nasty mistake made by Team Udain Saab, and you don't expect such kind of mistakes from these pairs. And Cheer gets knocked out too. Prime is the last man standing, but Prime shuts down Jim for now. Be happy. You gotta show up as soon as possible. It's just a 1v1 left. But I guess Be happy for now. He will focus on reviving Gymshark, which is baseless because Gymshark doesn't have anything. He has no utilities. He has no weapon to fight. So revival here is a baseless decision. I think New Happy should close in and get that 1v2 done. He still could have won that because Prime was lacking with his HPs. But Prime now is closing in. Even Sheer is closing in. And Sheer looking forward for that Ranova. Happy knocks him down. Prime will be taken down. And Udain Saab starting well in this drop clash. But at the end, they will be getting eliminated. That is so much frustrating and sad. I mean, after a very long time, I've seen Udain Saab starting positively in a drop clash, getting 2 eliminations. But then Gymshark turning the tables, turning the tide. Even Happy doing a fabulous job there. Saving Gymshark and at the same time, eliminating Team Udain Saab. Pearl, still in a 1v1 against Clutch. What's happening here? And Team Sage, they're down to just one player. They've faced huge amount of casualties in the initial stages. And all eyes on Pearl, but the help arrives. So it's now a 1v4. And Clutch puts in the final nail in the coffin. So Pearl is out. Team Sage gets eliminated in the initial stages. This is something they never expected. But expect the unexpected in PUBG Mobile. That's the irony of this game. Team Dangerous, they'll be welcomed here in Yasnaya Poliana. It's going to be a warm welcome for them. A warm welcome for them. And ALO Peacefuls, they are always dominant in Yasnaya Poliana. And this time as well. ALP Esports will be humbling Team Dangerous. So, drop clash happening. What was Team Dangerous expecting? Team Dangerous, they usually head towards Pachinki, but this time they compromised with Pachinki and headed towards Yasnaya Polyana because I've seen a lot of times Dangerous Esports, they used to get involved in drop clash in Pachinki, so they chose a safer side. They chose a safe option that was heading towards Yasnaya Polyana, but they didn't know that ALP Esports, they're usually very much dominant in this drop location, and ALP Esports proving themselves again, getting 3 elims, and Team Dangerous is completely paralyzed now. Fallen is the last man standing. He's not really okay with fighting ALP Esports because it's a 1v3 fight, and still Dangerous Esports has some amount of probabilities to at least get some placement points from this first Erangel game, as these are finals, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to start off well from the first game. So that drop change decision doesn't really work out for Dangerous Esports. It all goes in vain. But it's okay that they will not return back to the lobby empty-handed. They'll at least have an elimination. They need to survive. Team Dangerous is a high-caliber team. Shingle Mosses, they'll be gracing Pre-Mosque with their presence. And right now, they're in a fight against Core Team. And both these teams are stretching this fight like a rubber band. Nobody is ready to back off. Core Team, I've rarely seen this team compromising in a fight. And yeah, Core Team right now is not ready to compromise. They're not going to retreat from this fight, or they're not going to fall back. They're not going to withdraw. This is a full-fledged war happening between Core Team and Shingle Monsters. But Rosarino gets knocked out. Terrifying, knocks down Rosarino. Sideline angles there. And Core Team now under tremendous pressure. But Tug and Nagoe, probably they sensed it, that a flank angle would be coming in from Team Shingle Monsters. And a 2v2 fight now, right on the ridge. But Shingle Monsters, they'll try to run. And probably they'll escape successfully. Tug and Nagoe won't fight an angle, but this time maybe Tug. Just one bullet connection was needed there, and it won't happen. So Shingle Monsters, they could have faced a casualty, but they'll be lucky enough that they didn't. Circle number 2 has been initiated. Circle moves for a northern shift. And still the hill is deep inside the circle. And there's a fight going on. Well, we've got 2 ALP Esports in the lobby. Wow. 2 ALP Esports. ALP Esports empty. ALP Esports. Yeah, this is ALP Esports empty, and that's another one. And you stand for ALP Esports. But ALP Esports empty. They are going after Team 1 Esports. 2 casualties are out. That is a problem. So the kind of circle has formed right now. This is a bit difficult because still that river in the play. The northern region is completely vacant. So if Team Axe Esports, they use the northern regions to rotate, it will be much more safe for them. Because if they choose this pathway, there's a probability that they might meet Team 1 Esports. And you would like to execute your rotation peacefully. Every team would like to execute their rotation peacefully. You wouldn't want to meet your opponents on the way. At least in this second circle. But yeah, in the later on stages, maybe they'll think about initiating fights and they'll think about getting some finishes for them. ALP Esports clears out Yasnaya Polyana, and that's a lesson which will be taught to Team Dangerous. Never compromise with their drop location, because I've never seen ALP Esports compromising with their drop location. They always head towards Yasnaya Polyana, and now they've mastered their drop location. I mean, in the earlier days, I've seen them getting eliminated on Yasnaya Polyana, but now it rarely happens. I mean, once in a blue moon, you'll see ALP Esports losing a fight in Yasnaya Polyana. They never ditched their drop location. No matter how many teams did a drop clash against them, they still fought. And now they're at a stage that they don't lose any drop clash. So yeah, that's a thing to learn. Dangerous Esports might focus on heading to its Pachinki in the last Erangel game, because this game goes in vain. They just got one elim, that's not enough. The Shingle Monsters, they are rotating. Just one vehicle, that's a huge red flag. And now that spray coming in. Anwar gets knocked out, and Clown knocking down Anwar with a Uzi with such a huge range. You gotta be kidding me there. And Shingle Monsters in a state of worry. Now they cannot travel because their vehicle is smoked out. Their vehicle will be destroyed maybe by Aero 404. So moving now is not a question. They have to fight. And it completely depends on Aero 404 how they shape this fight. Are they going to go aggressive? Do they have that getting more elimination thing on their mind? Or they're just poking here. They're just messing around with Shingle Monsters. And after a while, they'll just leave it. And I feel like they will just leave Shingle Monsters here. And they'll keep on traveling because they've got a bonus elimination. And now maybe stretching this fight like a rubber band, as I say always, might turn out against them. And things might go south. And even the other team, which was in Primos, I don't remember the name. I'm bad with memories, guys. So yeah, core team, well, they diverted their rotation and they moved pretty quickly. And Sucker moves for a western shift, and right from the western edge of the map, core team will be fighting team TL. TLS Esports. 5MS is the solo guy standing. And is King the solo guy standing? No. Lair, where is he? He's a bit behind, a bit far away from his teammate, and Lair is trying to take care of Jamie as he's knocked out. And King by that time will provide revival to lights. So now it's a 1v2 fight. That will be an easy rev for sure. But you never know. 5MS might dig a deeper grave here for his opponents. But yeah, that won't happen. And he'll be eliminated from this game. Core team, they're out. They're eliminated on 15th position. Aero 404. Uh-oh, Clutch will grab the attention of Team TLS. They'll be interested in that vehicle tracing. And Clutch will be sent back to lobby. A bit unlucky there, Aero 404, as they'll be facing a casualty here. And they're just down to 2 players now. Just 2 players surviving. So now getting a sweet spot inside the circle there is difficult. Because when you're lacking in numbers, you are submissive. And that's the case with Aero 404. XTR versus Team AX. XTR versus Axe Esports. Extreme Esports versus Axe Esports. And the first setback now coming in for Team Extreme. But they are trying their very best. They are giving their everything to make it even Steven in terms of number. And Sandrick, that is. He tried his very best. Things didn't turn. So, Extreme Esports, they backed off. Now trying to buy some time in this trio warehouse of chargeable containers. And stage 3 went for a western shift. And this is going to lead to a very chaotic ending, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a chaotic finish because maybe we might head towards the Western City finish. Look at the amount of teams who have already invested into properties in the Western City. It's going to be ETN. It's going to be Team 1 United, who's already in the Western City. ALP Esports just staying out. And the other ALP Esports that's using the bridge of Georgiapal Big City to breach the Western City. And Tanjiro gets knocked out. Extreme Esports, they are not really ready to give up. Frank very smartly just climbs up that tower, but there is a threat of being backstabbed. There is a team who might get their eyes on Frank. Is there any team on the hill for now? So, okay, Frank kind of is safe on this tower. There's no hill on the back end ridge. There's no team on the back end ridge, I'm sorry. Frank can breathe here, can survive here, but now the circle ditches Team Extreme. Both these teams have to move as soon as possible. And that's a risky move by Frank. He just jumps down there. Could have got knocked out. Could have got knocked out. Could have got knocked out. That's better. By the way, I'm from India, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm a bit weak with my English. Alliance taking on Team Halo Esports. Halo Esports, Wolfie, I can see him being the solo guy surviving for Halo Esports. So now things have gotten more worse for Halo Esports. Stage 4 goes for a Western shift. So now it's difficult to anticipate whether it will be a Western City finish or the Circle is going to head to his rural areas. Because we might continuously see some Western shifts coming in. So if that happens, Bofi will eventually have a really good playing area under him. But then a solo player surviving in such a prime position, I mean, that is dangerous. Any 4-player strong team can gamble and try to secure that spot, and then Bofi will be completely exposed, so he has to be prepared for that. Be prepared for anything. Extreme Esports couldn't take all their players to the safe area, so Wave 74, he has been eliminated. Sandrick, Fank is the duo surviving, and they can be backstabbed. That's such a world open area. Bofi, at any moment, he can open up his fire, but he'll be expecting a better opportunity here. Getting 2 players in just 1 spray, he'll be expecting that. If Bofi gets spotted, if his position is compromised, then all teams will try to go after him, as he's an easy target there. He's a solo man. That too in a wild open area. EO Esports, they've had a decent Sunday fun day yesterday. So yeah, a lack of confidence. Clearly seen, because there's one vehicle there that was shared by Aero Messi. Aero will make it to the safe areas. Messi will be left behind. There's nothing Aero can do about it. And just on the edge, Italia Esports, they're rotating pretty closely, and DRG26 stopped by to take a look. And Italia Esports didn't really sense the presence of Aero there. Uh-oh. Coco. So much low he is. And what if Aero shows up and just eliminates a player of Italia? That would be a pain in the heart. But maybe Italia Esports, they're trying to breach the circle. It's a wild spray. Magnusala finishing Love Me. So Axe Esports, probably they're eliminated from this game, but TLS Esports, they are being targeted too. And Italia closes in. There's a sandwich situation coming in for TLS. They're going to deal with 2 teams at a time. Nightmare closes in. What's in the final nail on the coffin? There was Linus. Be taken down by Magnusala. 10th elimination now coming in for Team Italia. That's a really dominating way to start off the grand finals. Just the first game. Just the Irango game. Having almost a dozen finishes in your hands. That's a really big deal. And all the 4 players are now alive. And now it's pretty much obvious that they are going to set this lobby on fire. It's going to be a nightmare now for all the other teams alive. ETN. What are they doing? Bofi will be taken down. I told you that's not an underrated position. The prime location Bofi is holding. He won't be able to make it to the end circle. He won't be able to survive very long there. But ETN Esports now roaming, wandering in this circle, just trying to search for a sweet spot to hold. And Junior, his buggy has been punctured, and he'll get knocked out there. Nightmare will knock down Junior. Nigza, Dongju. Both of them are quite separated. And Nigza will be the solo player closing in. Dongju, where is he? Dongju won't be able to show up, and Nigza now being mauled by the blue zone as well. Leo has been taken down. Leo Esports' Aero has been taken down. So Leo Esports, they are eliminated on 7th. Dongju moving quite closely, but those obstacles wouldn't allow Italia to trace down the vehicle of Dongju. And look at this now, how open it is. Oh no, and Dongju will be finished out with that vehicle burst. Nightmare gets that frag. Italia adding another one. There's now 5 teams and a total amount of 16 players alive. The circle moves for a southern shift, so it's Alep Esports MT who is present inside the circle. So at least one Alep Esports can do the bigger part, that is getting the winner chicken dinner. But how are you going to stop a team like Italia Esports? They've been wild in this game. They are being merciless. 13 eliminations. Coco hasn't contributed yet, but that is absolutely fine. Oh! Maxtro with the Rano. Coco gets knocked out, but Wagner, even he'll be stabbed in his back. There was Nightmare knocking down Maxtro. And Alep Esports' two players are still alive. James steps up, challenges the players of Italia, but really anything won't happen there. Tiramisu risking it. Going for the Rano. He stops by, switches on to that barrel, and Tiramisu will be humbled too. James, Diaz is the duo surviving. James, he will be traced down with that vehicle. And Alep Esports empty. They are heading towards the elimination now. Teams will be taken down. Now just 3 teams are remaining. Alliance, the blue zone is bothering them. And Nikitamir, he gets knocked out too. One team, they will be eliminated. One esports, that is, they'll be eliminated by Team Alliance. And now it's a 2v4 fight. Or a 2v3. 16 elims by Italia. What a play. Italia doing a great job. Alliance, this is a huge challenge for them. But one thing in favor of Alliance is that Italia is not present inside the circuit. So if Alliance wants to win this game, they're going to somehow pin down Italia out of the circle. Do they have vehicles? Does Italia have enough amount of vehicles to enter the circle? I don't find any. And just 11 meters, that's not a huge distance. So Italia Esports almost has all the Infinity Stones to get this winner chicken dinner for them. But you never know. Uncertainty is always on its peak. What if Alliance turn the tide? Italia steps out in open. Maybe just creating that smoke pathway, some more cover for him. And DRT26 with that wide burst, but maybe doing a fine job there. And almost he knocked out DRT26. Vasa moves in deep. And then Pubg might provide enough amount of cover there. Ragnarzada unleashing on Vasa. Maybe gets knocked out. That's Nightmare. DRT26 didn't get knocked out. Vasa missing there. That's a terrible miss. And now one grenade is going to ruin everything for Team Alliance. They'll have to compromise with a #2. And yeah, Ragnarzada. I knew it. It is all over, ladies and gentlemen. Winner chicken dinner for Italia Esports with a total amount of 18 elims. And Alliance, for now, a #2. That's a really good way to start off the Mindstar Pro League Finals. We'll be taking a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. It's gonna be Miramar after this. Till then, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mindstar Series Finals, and it's time for match number 2. Italia Esports has made a great start in this finals. Team Alliance as well. And now let's see how these two teams perform in this Miramar, because there are higher probabilities that both these teams might get eliminated in the initial stages. I'm just making a prediction from my side. I'm not trying to make anyone offend. But yeah. Just a prediction from my side that Alliance and Italia might get eliminated in the initial stages of this Miramar game. Flight path initiates from Trailer Park, finishes towards Puerto Paraíso. It'll be difficult to head towards the northeastern regions, the Thorium, the Campo Militar, Cruz Tierra Bronca regions. Central regions will be heavily accessed by teams, but difficult to head towards the southwestern regions of Miramar as well. So it will be a long glide till Chumacera. And I guess that's one team who's trying to head towards Chumacera, and along with them, Sage Esports will continue to glide. And another team who's trying to head towards Chumacera, that is going to be Team Mystic Esports. And Mystic Esports has a terrific gun path. They haven't shown their true colors till now. We'll be keeping a close eye on them. But the first circle has been initiated favoring the western regions of a Miramar map. El Pozo deep inside the circle. ETN right at the center of the circle. A drop flash coming in from La Cobreria is going to be TLS. And who are they fighting? Well, they are fighting one team. And one team had a great performance in the last game. But now again, whichever team plays well in her angle gets eliminated in the initial stages of the very next game. So here in Miramar, you never know. One team might get eliminated early. Is that a 3v4 fight? How many players is one team playing with? All their 4 players? But I can just see 3 players. So is there a split maintained? All the 4 players are in La Cobreria. No split maintained at this point. Now Lair rode across. Maybe get an angle on Jimmy there with that M1 Duran. He'll have to be pretty much accurate because less bullets, more damage. But yeah, all those bullets need to connect. Extreme Esports starting off really bad. Fight coming in from Los Leones. Dangerous Esports gave them some casualties. I wonder how many casualties Alep Esports gave them. Because even Alep Esports, they're in Los Leones. But yeah, no casualties will be given by Alep Esports. They're just looting. They're just minding their own business. And Team Dangerous now will try to move in closer. And they'll try to end Extreme Esports as soon as possible. Because they wouldn't like the third party coming in from Alep Esports. And yes, this extra elimination which they can get. They wouldn't like that to slip out of their hands. So gradually now they are moving. And there are 4 teams right now in Los Leones. Alep Esports joining the party. Team Alliance as well. And one team is going to get eliminated. It's just a matter of time. Extreme Esports, they're going to head towards the lobby. Last game was pretty decent for them. But here, as I said, whichever team plays well, they get eliminated in the initial stages. Team Alliance is in that list too. All these teams are far away from the circle. And I hope healings don't become a problem here. But Robbie! Whoa! Within a fraction of a second, Robbie will be flushed out. So just down to 3 players now. Team Dangerous is. Maybe that was Sandrick? Yep, that was Sandrick. He'll be paying back. But is that enough? Because now his position is compromised. And Alep Esports, they've sensed his position, his existence. And you never know, Alep Esports, they might get triggered. They might get triggered and they might show up. They'll wipe the existence out of Sandrick and Extreme Esports from this game. Well, in Minaskin release, a drop flash coming in. It's going to be core team and they are taking against New Wave. They're picking a fight against New Wave. And core team now would like to close in. Dealing those sprays from a range, it's all time wasting. So if they want to end this fight, they got to close in as soon as possible and put an end to New Wave. And 5MS Tug, they are doing so. They are moving in. And so much pressure right now on Team New Wave. It's not impossible to Executed 2v4. Crazy knocks down Rosarino. And the retaliation will be beautiful from New Wave's side. But is that enough? Crazy goes with that pickup truck. So yeah, no tracing will be possible there. A lot of responsibility is on Happy. And just like the last game, this has been a start for Team New Wave. And Happy was just trying to access the high floor. And he gets knocked out there. Now Crazy will be the last man standing. Nagoev deals crazy amount of damage there. Crazy is fading. New Wave is fading. They're fading fast. The blue zone arrives. Now it's going to be a problem because it depends on core team how much healings they have. If they don't have much, then it's going to create a hell lot of pressure on them. And Crazy, meanwhile, he has a decent amount of healings maybe. If he has more than core team, then he'll force core team to take the initiative. Flawless will be eliminated. Is Rizzy Esports eliminated from the game? That's the question. Crazy gets good damage for him, but the grenade by 5MS will seal the deal, and elimination coming in for Team New Wave. They'll be getting eliminated on 19th position. Leo Esports, they're closely watching this fight just to get a chance to do that third party. Urain Sap headed to his Puerto Paraiso. That's their primary drop location. And is there a drop flash coming in from Puerto Paraiso? Aero 404, even they headed to his Puerto Paraiso. And for now, they'll be getting the first elimination for them. And as always, Urain Sap losing players in the initial stages in every drop clash. Always, Urain Sap is submissive. And here as well. Urain Sap, they are submissive. They're down to 3. And maybe now they're just avoiding this fight against Aero 404. But now even Aero 404 needs to understand that this game is more than just eliminating your competitor on your primary drop location. I guess you should head towards the circle, because they already lack with healings. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they'll grab the Western Highway, and then straight away it will be a good rotation executed by Aero 404. Way too quick as well. And Prime was seen there. But Aero 404, they're not stopping. Oh my goodness, they are stopping. And Prime knocks down Era. And this could be a bad move by Aero 404. And look at how quickly their healings they are losing. The health they are losing. And Clutch doesn't even have a healing yet. So if he gets knocked out, it's game over for him. He won't even get that revival. Prime, ready for this 1v1. Venom shows up. Prime, this grenade needs to be on target. It should be a well-cooked grenade, but that was a well-cooked grenade. Venom won't face anything but Sheer. Steps up, knocks down Venom. And Aero 404 now under tremendous pressure. And look at Sheer, how much far away he is, but so much impactful. Even with this range he has, and again deals a spray from a range. Prime gets knocked out, by the way. Amrit, he's sort of stuck. And he's a bit far away from his teammate. So maybe saving Prime is not a question here, is not a topic here. He will be compromised by Sheer and Amrit. And Udain Sap, this is probably the second time now. Not probably, but surely the second time they'll be losing a drop clash. That is heartbreaking. It's just not working out for Team Udain Sap. They have to figure out something. What is really going wrong? Because in the last game as well, same kind of a start they got. And this game as well, same start they've got. And always whenever they head to Puerto Paraiso, they lack with healings. This time as well, they have no healings. A bit unlucky they are. Even Aero 404, they have less healings. So they'll be pressing hard on the accelerator. And they are moving towards the circle. First of all, there was no need to wait here. There was no need to stop here. Things could have gone south. But Aero 404 will be very much lucky that they didn't face any casualty here. But still, we have to see. We'll have to see if they make it to the circle or not. Is kind of loot they have. I don't see any chance of Aero 404 of making it to the circle. It's still uncertain. Second circle goes for a southwestern shift. ALP Esports empty. It's gonna be an elimination coming in. Diaz gets knocked out. Tiramisu just somehow. Oh, wow! Kaylee connects it really well. Tiramisu is out. ALP Esports empty gets eliminated on 15th position. Empty-handed, they got eliminated. No elimination will be secured. 14 teams, 47 players. Aaron was seen there. And the back tire will be punctured, so now he needs a lift. And wow, Dangerous Esports, they are aware. They are keeping an eye on each and every direction, and they're aware about what's going on around them, who's squaring up, who's keeping an eye. And Dangerous Esports, maybe they've studied the rotation of their opponents as well, so this was kind of expected from their side that Leo Esports would be the team checking out on them, because these are their areas. This is where they move from. This is where they drop. Great job done there by Team Dangerous. Sandrick, he will be taken down by Team Core Team. That will be the 5th elimination secured by Core Team. Nago is out. Rosarino was eliminated first, but after that, another casualty will be faced by Core Team. And now just 2 players, and it's so much difficult, especially in Miramar, just to survive with 2 players and even get those placement points. It is very much difficult. Because this is the most difficult map, and I know you all guys agree with me. The most difficult map to play is surely Miramar. I mean, something just goes against you in this map. The map of discipline. A friend of mine, he's a caster too, and he calls this map as the map of discipline. Yeah, and I really liked that term for Miramar, the map of discipline. Yeah. Challenges here. I mean, these players have been competing in this map for a very long time, but still these players are not able to overcome all the difficulties this map puts in. It's still difficult. It's still exhausting. This is such a beautiful map. Very much beautifully set it up. This 3rd circle, by the way, just got initiated. It's a western shift. And there are a lot of ridges there, a lot of terrains. And now the team whose IGL has the most amount of map knowledge can outsmart other teams present in this lobby. So the IGL with the most amount of map knowledge can lead his team to a winner chicken dinner in this kind of a circle. And there is some amount of non-playable area inside the circle as well. So if it leads to a western shift, then I guess it will be so much difficult for players to survive. It will be so much difficult for players to compete, because the circle will be so much small and so much amount of teams, so much amount of players. It will be chaotic, as each and every team won't get a spot to hide or hold. And then teams will have to push for fights. There's no other option left. So all the teams, even those teams who have a hard cover or a compound inside the circle, has the threat of getting eliminated, because those unexpected slammers will keep on coming in. That will surely happen. Well, I loved the way Italia Esports performed in the last game. These are highly skilled players, filled with potential and caliber, and they gave us an example in the last game. But that was just the first game out of 4. And you need to be consistent in all the 4 games if you want to become the champion. Mindstar Series Finals, #10. Yeah, if you want to become the champion, then you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. And Italia Esports will be getting a gift here. Single monsters. Just one monster truck. They'll be using for rotation. That's a huge red flag. They've been paralyzed here. They're just down to 1 player. They cannot do much. Single monsters. Terrible way to start a fight. Terrible way to rotate. I mean, moving with a monster truck, it's a risky process in itself. And then Players sharing a monster truck? I mean, that is way, way bad. It just kept getting worse. And Anwar will be caught here too. Coco takes down Anwar. Shingle Monsters, they're out. They're eliminated on 13th position. Just 12 teams and 30 players are now alive. Stage 4 has been initiated. It's going to be a northeastern shift. So a bit of relief there for players, as we are not going to head towards the non-playable area. But look at these huge mountains and terrains occupying the half of the circle. And almost 80% El Pozo is present inside the circle too. So it might lead to an urban city finish or a southern heart shift can happen here by the circle. So ETN Esports, they have a really good position inside the circle. I mean, hats off to the IGL. The kind of position they've chosen, that is incredible. The kind of position he has chosen for his team to hold is really impressive. So yeah. And no matter what, they are going to be inside 5th stage. That is true. And Team Dangerous will start moving now. They get control over the south. Leo Esports is pretty much close to them. ETN climb up those huge those huge mountains, and they can easily control the southern regions of the circle. 5MS will be taken down, and maybe core team, they're eliminated from this game. Yep, core team, they're out. They're eliminated on 11th position, so now just 10 teams, 31 players. One team's 4X gets knocked out. Throne. Can he do something? Can he save his team? And yeah, what a team he has chosen to go for a 1v4 again. Wagner that was. Throne spams that SLK, makes no connection, comes back. And maybe that's a chance to revive his teammate 4X. Wagner is so much low. And that's a brilliant grenade! Wagner gets knocked out. Throne pulls off another one. But another grenade is expected right in this room. Throne deals immense damage on his opponents this time. He goes for that pre-fire with that SLK, but gets trapped in that Molotov. Where is he gonna run? He has no way to go. Can he pop in that first hit? Can he heal himself? Oh, that's a chaotic situation for Throne. He won't be able to survive, and that's the end. One team gets eliminated on 10th position. 9 teams, 27 players are now alive. And Team Alliance, they'll be showing up, and they're bothering Team ETN. And Dongshu will be caught in that compound, and ETN can't do anything about it. They can just see Alliance dominating and mauling one of their players, one of their teammates, but they can't do nothing about it. Rasa, swimming against the tide, closes in, and so 1v1 against Arrow, and very smartly Arrow, he switches on to the grenade. Rasa sensed it, heads back. Arrow has another one. He has plenty of options for now. Oh no. Both those grenades going in vain. Makes no connection on any of the players of Team Alliance. So now they gotta figure out, how are they gonna take down Arrow, the closest threat? There needs to be a flank angle. Dongshu will be flushed out by Nikushi. And Arrow just now sneaks out as he got to know that Team Alliance is getting under his skin. It's dangerous to stay there. Steps back, gets deep into the circle. But still no elimination will be secured by Team ETN. That is kind of disappointing. No elimination till now. Having such a great spot inside the circle, such a strong position they have. But still, they won't be able to trouble any team from that position. Nike Tamir. But he gets knocked out. Arrow 404, they're taking it. They're taking against Team Stage. And Arrow 404 is going to be baffled by the blue zone. So it's going to be an easy win for Team Sage. Serco moves for a centralized shift. Team Alliance, they're continuously losing their players. Will they make it to the top 6? So good consistency shown by Team Alliance. I thought that Alliance will get eliminated early. Or Italia Esports will get eliminated early. But that didn't really happen. Both these teams are having healthy amount of players on their side. And Italia hasn't faced a casualty yet. Alliance, Blasa needs to be saved. And now a gentleman's agreement needs to be made between the players of Team Alliance and Sage. But Aura tried to get some information there and still hesitation in the minds of players of Team Sage. And they'll back off. Team Sage backs off. But this time Aura straightly moves in for the Rano. And he almost got caught there, but he will get knocked out because of the blue. And he's not gonna give a freebie to his opponent, that's true. That's sure. Reflex. He's in a position where he can backstab Team Alliance. And they cannot move. They still won't get the conviction to move. As there is just one player who can completely ruin the game for Team Alliance. And they cannot let that happen. Juniors is probably the last player now surviving for ETN. Can he solo clutch it against Team Italia? Pearl knocks down Vasa, and I knew it. And Reflex closes in too. That's a regrouping. Team Sage. Two of the players still in this game, and Team Sage hasn't lost their grip over this fight, over this game. Juniors, somehow he just survives there. He still has one grenade, but didn't use that grenade when he had the time. So all that chance is gone now. And Team Milan versus Team Italia. Nightmare gets knocked out. Wagnerzada got a bit late there to retaliate and pay back. And can Alliance pay back the receipt? Can they take the revenge of the last game? I mean, Alliance lost that winner chicken dinner because Italia was standing tall in front of them. But now it's a 3v3 head-to-head fight. Italia had an advantage in the last game. That's why they won that fight. Even the Circle was blessing them. But here, it's an even-Steven fight. Alliance, they are present inside the circle. Italia, Esports, even they are present inside the circle. But Wagner gets knocked out. Wagner will be flushed out immediately. Coco Nightmares, the two are surviving. Juniors flushes out Wagner and immediately runs back and avoids that 1v2, which was coming up next for him. That's a great job done by Juniors. But is that enough? Is he gonna challenge God's plan here? He takes down another one. Can he go for a clutch? Coco is already low. Juniors! You gotta be kidding me. And Dangerous Esports, gradually they are moving ahead. And Juniors will be flushed out by Loco. Dangerous Esports making that third party happen right on time. And that was SS99. Loco SS99 on Dangerous Esports. Pearl now being baffled by the blue zone. And one thing is true, that Team Alliance would like to get this easy elimination for them. Reflex, he'll be taken down by maybe Team Sage. They're eliminated on 4th position. Just 3 teams now, a total amount of 6 players alive. Coco is still alive. And we remember the last game where Coco didn't even contribute a single elimination, but now covering it up all. Coco pulls this game for Italia completely, just carrying the team. And now Coco has made it to the top 3. Italia Esports has made it to the top 3, but Dangerous Esports, they've got something else on their mind. First, they'd like to eliminate Team Alliance, which is currently the strongest team in this circle, with more amount of gunpowder, more amount of manpower. But Loco got a surprise there. Coco takes down Loco. The flush will come in immediately. And Forexy, he got a bit late there. And Loco is just lying there. Coco tries to heal himself. Pixel peek by Rafer there. Coco finishes Loco. And where is Coco gonna head? Coco will be flushed out by Team Alliance. And I guess one thing is true, that Team Alliance is getting this winner chicken dinner for them. Rafa, for sure, he's not gonna give this free elimination to Alliance. And it is all over. He will bleed out to death. He will get eliminated because of the blue, and Alliance Esports making a statement that the last game which they lost, they were just unlucky there. This game, nothing will come in the way. And they'll get that winner chicken dinner with 8 eliminations. Hashtag 2 for Team Dangerous. They've got healthy amount of eliminations out of this game. 13 elims for Team Dangerous. And that's the end, ladies and gentlemen, of match number 2. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 3. Till then, like, subscribe. Yep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for match number 3, and we are heading towards Rondo. 2 flight paths. One initiates from Himi Town, finishes off towards Fong Soon, and the other one initiates from Tin Long Garden and finishes off towards Ryan. Well, New York's factory and Yulin, both these drop locations will be accessed by the help of these 2 flight paths. So maybe less chaotic will be this recall phase, because all the teams they head towards New York's factory, and it's so much chaotic. You have to watch your back, and you have to fight your opponents both at the same time. What if the second flight path, which is initiating from Tin Long Garden, those teams, even they head towards New York's factory? Our teams needs to understand that heading towards just one drop location and then getting 2, 3 eliminations, making it chaotic for themselves, that is, I guess, not a good strategy. And I mean, instead of that, what could be done is just head towards a drop location, grab loot, and then get out of there and do search and hunt. That will be much more better if teams try to do that. But no team is really interested in doing that. So yeah, no passive strategy. All the teams hot dropping in New York's factory. Never mind. NW, new wave, that is. Are they all in here? Are all their 4 players in the fighting zone? Have they given up so early? That is surprising. Max throw. That finish got stolen, maybe. Oh, Loco climbs up. And Cryo didn't even get to know. Immediately he'll be flushed out. He's out of this game. And Max Throw's elimination got stolen there. That's painful because he worked really hard for that. A lot of teams here. And the best thing is dropping in the outer skirts, not in the center of New York's factory, because when you're in the center, you're the center of attraction. All the teams, they're focusing on the factory. So you cannot even survive on the rooftop. There's a lot of problems here in New York's factory. Yulin has the same problems. But Team Alliance, I guess they've heard me. And Team Alliance has done a fantastic job. And if we take a look at them, they headed towards Hongshan, where they'll be fighting just 3 players. And they'll be definitely getting those 3 eliminations for them. But the problem with Team Leo is one of the players is in tooling, that is Aero. And we all know why he is in tooling. He is here to recall his players, his teammates. But Mystique Esports he is fighting with right now. And he has to be alive no matter what, because Marin gets knocked out and Team Alliance has started dominating in this fight. Bosque, now he will be targeted, and Bosque is just running behind. He's just running back. Oh, and he will get spotted. He almost got knocked out there. But he's still with us. And Bosque this time he retaliates and gets a opening. Nikushi closing in. Bosque heals himself by then. Now it's going to be epic 1v1. Nikushi versus Bosque. And Bosque is low. He'll get caught between 2 players. So Nikushi brilliantly just buying time there and letting Wasa close in. Making it a 1v2 instead of a 1v1. So Messi, can he clutch a 1v3 against a team like Alliance? Well, it's difficult because Team Alliance, they are being so much dominant, so much consistent. First game, they got a winner chicken dinner, and then the second game, the first game they got #2, second game they got winner chicken dinner. So they are probably the head of the table. It's very difficult to stop Team Alliance in the initial stages. Messi gets knocked out too, so it's just Aero who has left Tuling, and he's trying to find another record tower for himself so that he can bring back his teammates into the play. And what if he gets caught while rotating? That is risky. Definitely that is risky. Dangerous esports. 3 elims for them in this record phase. Loco for now, hard carrying his team. It's the solo guy who is contributing in terms of finishes for Team Dangerous Esports for now. And finally, Alep Esports will manage to access the rooftop of that factory. And once you access the rooftop of factory, things become easy for you. It's comparatively easy to play on the rooftop rather than being inside the building. Because you don't know where your opponents are having an angle on you, from where your opponents are having an angle on you. So you don't really get to know because there are a lot of ways to breach this factory. But being on rooftop is comparatively much more convenient for players. And that's why ALP Esports, they chose to access the rooftop. Axe Esports, they went in closer, but immediately they'll be stepping down. Sage Esports getting 3 limbs. And our team Sage, they have to cope up because they are losing the pace. And they are way behind of Team Alliance. But getting close to #1 is kind of difficult. But if they start now, you never know, they might catch up. They might catch up on time. Dangerous Esports, now the whole 4-player lineup is in Yulin. And they are trying to catch Doug. Tug is in a small panic room. That gas can explodes. And Tug will submit. Core team losing Tug. Tug was the only guy who had a recall. So the recall phase is over now for Team Core. And they'll be getting nothing in this recall phase. 0 elims they have. That is such a heartbreaking thing because you have a recall, but still you couldn't take down a single player during this recall phase. That is a setback. But still in Neox factory, Kaylee will keep on fighting. Stage 2 has been initiated. Circa moves for a northern shift. So are there 2 dangerous esports? Yeah, Team 21. Need to check. Yep, there are 2 dangerous esports, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dangerous Esports and the other one is Team Dangerous. So yeah, 2 dangerous esports in the lobby. One competing in Yulin and the other one competing in Neox factory. And that is just Kaylee who is competing for now and trying to bring in more elims. Because Team Dangerous didn't have a really good recall phase. And Kaylee hasn't secured any elimination yet. It's just Loco who has contributed everything. So yeah, all responsibilities, all eyes on Kaylee. Let's see what she does there. RTZ Esports down to 2. Aim God. Well, now he has to lead this team. Gotta find the recall tower as soon as possible because soon we're gonna witness stage 3 and then rotation will be a priority. Surely they don't have enough amount of healings maybe to bear the damage of the blue. And that to stage 3 blue zone, which is more explosive. So they're gonna find a recall tower as soon as possible, and I wouldn't like if they get eliminated because of the blue zone. Even they wouldn't like. It will be hard to see them getting eliminated because of the blue zone. ALP Esports had a pretty decent recall phase. 7 eliminations coming in for ALP Esports. That's really good. 20 teams, 24 players are still alive. Did any team get eliminated in this recall phase? That's the question. Yep, that will be Team New Wave, which will be getting eliminated in the recall phase. So we started with 21 players, out of which now just 20 teams are remaining. RTZ Esports will be successfully recalling back their players into the game. And now they're all set to rotate, but ALP Esports on the other side. That's a problem for them because Bofi got knocked out. Bofi will be flushed out immediately. So ALP Esports now they're just down to 3 players. But one thing is good that they have made it to the circle. Where are they gonna wait? Where are they gonna hold? Circle moves for a southern shift. Are we gonna head towards a water body finish? Because that river right in between is making so much confusing for players whether to hold the northern regions of the circle or the southern regions. And this kind of circle is always exhausting. What if we head towards a river finish? Circle completely favoring the water areas. What if that happens? But that will be exciting. You never know. And Rondo has shown us such kind of circles. So yeah, we can expect from this Rondo game to be chaotic and show us a water body finish. TLS losing Jammy. They're down to 3, but they'll be getting 3 elims as well. Fight coming out from the western regions. And one team now shows up. TLS King takes down Hatemos. Prone. Oh, he'll be taken down too by King. And that's the end. TLS eliminates one team on 20th position, but I'll be drawing the attention of Shingle Monsters to his stand. That's unexpected spray coming out of nowhere, and Linus gets caught in that. TLS Snow staying here is digging a deeper grave for themselves, so they'll just slip out of here. They will sneak out of here. That's best for the business. Shingle Monster, they're trying to chase TLS. TLS didn't completely get out of here, so Shingle Monsters, they still have a chance to get their hands on TLS. It's a 4v2 fight, comparatively easy for Shingle Monsters. FBI is the only man who's keeping an eye on TLS. And now Fallen is rotating pretty closely, and FBI takes a U-turn. That is just too much greed by FBI, but that's a great racing, and Fallen falls down. And the flush comes in immediately. Fallen gets eliminated from this game. Dangerous Esports, probably this is their first casualty. Is this their first casualty? Yep. This will turn out to be their first casualty. Now they gotta work this out with just 3 players. Flexi Jord. Can he save his team? It's Italia Esports. And it's difficult for Flexi Jord to handle this push all by himself. And Italia Esports won't make it much harder for him. Just eliminate him and send back to the lobby. 18 teams, 60 players. Stage 4 goes for a complete western shift, a bit of relief for players, because the river is no more at the center of the circle, so teams have gotten a closure here, but still the river is inside the circle in the northwestern region. So there are just 3 teams on the northwestern part of the circle, 3 or 4 teams on the northwestern part. If you count it, it's going to be 5 teams on the northwestern part. Even Yuda and Sab will be joining the list. And what if Extreme Esports head towards the northwestern area? So it will be more chaotic. And all these teams will need to cross. And there's just, I guess, 1 bridge. Or if I'm wrong, there are just 2 bridges which you can utilize to head towards the southern island. But 404 area, they've already blocked 1. And the other bridge is now vacant. But if Shingle Monster, they try to block that bridge, then I mean, it will be very much difficult for teams to access the southern island. And all these teams will get eliminated because of the boo. But for that, a southern hard shift is needed. Then this game will be much more epic. Much more chaotic. Loco is trapped underwater right now. He's trapped underwater. Nobody has seen him yet. Especially Extreme Esports, who is so much close, hasn't seen Loco yet. But those shots are coming in. And Loco, he's dodging those shots. And did he drown? Not yet. Cloud will just steal a frag there. And Loco, he doesn't know that Cloud is so much close to him. Probably you cannot hear the sprays or the gunshots underwater. So if Loco accesses the mainland, then maybe he will be exposed and Cloud will take him down. But for now, Extreme Esports have been pinned down in that small area. And Cloud is just baffling them with those continuous sprays. And Loco's position hasn't been revealed yet. Cloud hasn't heard his footsteps. And Extreme Esports now finding it really difficult to move out. One team. One United, that is. Even they are now going after Extreme Esports. So, fighting two teams in such a awkward position. Extreme Esports, they've done a fantabulous job with their gunpowder 9 eliminations in this game, but rotations were not up to the mark. And rotations are crucial in Rondo because, I mean, the rotational skills of an IGL are really tested in Rondo because in the end circle, there are a lot of players alive, and it is always challenging when the lobby is filled with players, and especially when the circle is so much challenging, there's a river in between. So it's always difficult to execute rotation. But Extreme Esports, they've rotated and they are present inside the circle now. Shingle Monsters, they couldn't defend that bridge. And this is what I was talking about. Shingle Monsters, they might grab advantage over that bridge, but they couldn't do so. And Extreme Esports will be getting a hold of that. In Shingle, he'll have to fight Extreme Esports all by himself. Galeras is suffering by the blue, and Extreme Esports will get eliminated. That's a third party happening. There was fatality, I guess, with that third party of Team Dangerous. Absolutely. And Extreme Esports gets eliminated on 8th position. 7 teams, 14 players are now alive. Alliance. A low-key performance by Alliance, but just getting eliminated on 7th position with, I guess, decent amount of eliminations and 1 extra placement point. So yeah, average points will be secured by Team Alliance in this game. Rondo, bit underrated for them. And now they'll be completely focusing on the last game. So now just 6 teams and a total amount of 12 players are alive. Sage Esports with 11 eliminations. Finally, Sage Esports showing their true colors. Era finishing fatality. And probably that is Dangerous Esports who will be getting eliminated on 6th position now. 5 teams, 11 players. And Sage Esports now should get this winner-winner chicken dinner. I mean, losing this winner-winner chicken dinner is going to be a huge humiliation. They've done so well to now. It's just they have to finish this game now on a positive note. They have to get that winner-winner chicken dinner, or else all these 11 eliminations are going to go in vain. These 11 eliminations are not going to make any sense if Sage Esports doesn't get the winner-winner chicken dinner. Shingle knocks down Cloud. Even Era is low, but Shingle now cannot move. And maybe giving your elimination to your opponents now is going to be a stupid move, but Shingle knocks on another one and Smokey spots him. So SLM Shingle, he almost clutched Team Aero 404. That was a great play by Shingle, but Shingle Monsters will be eliminated on 4th position. Nexa is out. Aero, last player of Team ETN fighting against Team Sage. There's nothing you can do right now. Aero knocking down Smokey. Pearl has been spotted. Aero goes for that spray reflex. Wow. He's using that AMR. Aero, too much hard peeking there, and he will be punished for that. 2 teams, 7 players. It's a 4v3 fight. But Aero 404. Oh, what a retaliation that was! Paul gets knocked out. Reflex with that AMR. Again, he connects, and it's Clutch who is forced to be on his knees. But Team Sage Esports, now you're going to take advantage of the situation and you need to close in as soon as possible and pin down 404 out of the circle. Do it now. Maybe Paul will get that revival, or maybe not. Era gets knocked out. Clutch gets knocked out because of the blue. Cloud inside that smoke won't be able to survive longer, and he will be ended. It is all over. Sage Esports bouncing back really well, getting a winner-winner chicken dinner. Total amount of 16 eliminations. What a play by Sage Esports. That's the end of match number 3. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 4. It's going to be Erangel. Till then, like, subscribe. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for match number 4, and it's gonna be a wild start in this Erangel game because this is the last game, and teams are gonna go absolutely nuts. They're gonna play aggressively, and we're gonna witness a lot of early fights, a lot of early eliminations. By the way, the flight path initiates from the eastern regions of 70, finishes off towards the northwestern regions of Quir. It will be difficult for teams to head towards Lipov, Kamil Tapa, and military base. Well, Team Alliance, they are playing quite cautiously because they are heading towards Stalber. That's a very big thing to see. That Team Alliance, they are preparing so much for this game. Dangerous Esports, they'll be heading towards Yasna Poliana. Along with them, it's going to be Elip Esports will be gliding. I guess Team RTZ is going to third party that fight because they are heading towards Yasna Poliana too. The second Dangerous Esports, they're heading towards school regions. And there, maybe there will be a gunfight happening. Team 1 is heading towards school and school apartment regions as well. The first circle has been initiated, favoring the eastern regions of Erangel map. Milta deep inside the circle. It's difficult to head towards Sostomaka military base, so no team is going to try to do that. I guess Italia is going to play passively in this Erangel game too, and that's the reason why they're heading towards the western Georgia Post City. But there are higher probabilities of Italia getting eliminated in the initial stages of this game. And if that happens, then definitely Team Alliance will try to get that #1 for them because the doors will open if they are competing with Team Italia only. Team Italia is the only team who has shown consistency till now. So there's a competition between Italia and Team Alliance for that #1. And yup, Nightmare gets knocked out. Things are getting difficult for Team Italia in this fight. The early on stages against Team ETN. Wagnerzada has to close in for this 1v1. He had to push. And now getting fisted. Oh my god, getting fisted Wagnerzada. That is incredible. Now Coco is the last player surviving. In Italia Esports, Wagnerzada! He got humiliated. The last player will be taken down. And that's the end. Italia Esports getting eliminated immediately after dropping. I called it. I said it. And it happened. What a win for Team ETN. Team Italia didn't see it coming. Now the doors are open for Team Alliance. They just have to survive because comparatively it's pretty much easy to get placement in the last game because the whole lobby is playing aggressively. So teams get eliminated very early. So it's really easy to get placements in the last game. So Alliance Esports, they're far away from the circle right now. They're in Stalber. Pretty late rotation they'll go for. They'll just choose the Eastern Highway maybe. Because they're in Stalber, they head towards Kamishki and then grabbing the Eastern Highway and heading towards Lipovka, leading them towards the circle. That will be the strategy in my opinion. That was way too quick. Mystic Esports down to 2. Mystic Esports couldn't do anything today. I mean, they have the caliber, they have the potential, but I don't know why Mystic Esports couldn't perform. And just 2 players are now surviving. It wouldn't take much longer for one Legacy to shut down Mystic Esports. They just have to find their opponents and end this fight. This is one United, ladies and gentlemen, not one Legacy. But yeah, one United. They need to find out Sexy OG and try out where they are hiding right now. And it's not really working out for Team Mystic Esports. So yeah, they are probably testing out some new players. Tryout as the new guy showing up. Paragon didn't know about Team Dangerous Esports. And that's a smart move. Dangerous Esports dropped in school. Looted peacefully. And then they wanted fights. They headed towards Rozok. Moved on their feet. Headed towards Rozok. And One United couldn't sense it. Couldn't feel it. And they'll be surprised. They'll be backstabbed. Leo Esports just have one opponent in front of them, and that was Linus, and will be taken down. And TLS, they are eliminated from this game. Early elimination coming for TLS as well. They'll be getting eliminated on 16 positions, so early 4 eliminations secured by Team Leo Esports. A really good news for them. Urain Sap, they're gonna pay back. Prime, that was a risky jump. But that risky jump will be profitable for him. Gymshark is the last player surviving, and Prime heals himself completely. And it will be better if Prime just buys time here and avoids this 1v1 and instead makes it a 1v3. Asks his teammates for some assistance. The grenade did make some connections there, but That was not enough. And Gymshark immediately going for that revival. New Wave, they're submissive. And Gymshark, can he clutch it again against Team Urane Sap? Can he go for a 1v3? He'll be getting some assistance there by Crazy. And Gymshark, oh, gets knocked out by that grenade of Molotov. And that's the end. Team Urane Sap taking the revenge from Team New Wave, eliminating them right in the initial stages. This is what Team New Wave did to Team Urane Sap right in the first game. Urane Sap didn't forget that. They couldn't forget that. That's a scar. And Urane Sap now pays back really well and gets the job done. First circle is about to close in. And this is what I was talking about. Team Alliance, they will head towards Kameshki. They did head towards Kameshki. Now they grabbed the Eastern Highway. And they will rotate and straight away head towards Lipovka. That's what they're going to do. I know that's what they're going to do. Dangerous Esports in Rozhok. And Sayo is taking the risk to cross from such an open area. He's taking so much risk for a higher reward. Mystic Esports probably they're just down to one player now. Try out. He's out of this game. Sexy OG can be seen as the last player surviving for Mystic Esports. And I don't know what has happened to Mystic Esports. I guess they've lost themselves completely. Because Mystic Esports is a kind of team who I have seen dominating in the past few events. Even winning. But now Mystic Esports, they become an easy target. They become an easy target for their opponents. And here as well. I mean, out of 4 games, Mystic Esports couldn't even perform well in 1 game. They couldn't even spend their time in a single game. So that is heartbreaking. That's an absolute disgrace for Mystic Esports because they're a team who have at least performed well in a single game. But on the other side, there is Mystic Esports who has just disappointed in 4 games. In their 4 games. Done nothing. Second circle moves for a northwestern shift. Extreme Esports, they've initiated the rotation. Sage Esports probably they're in contention, so they'll just head towards the center. Alliance, I told ya, they're close to Lipovka, but now since Circle has stitched Lipovka, there's no need to head towards Lipovka, and they've already collected good amount of loot, so they'll just hold at the northeastern edge. And they know that it's difficult for teams to rotate so early and reach the eastern region, so they are far away from fights for now. And they will just fight when it will matter the most. Sage Esports, they were in the center, but they will head towards the edge. And kind of trying to cut off the rotation of all the teams that are present in Rozhok. They just have to wait here. And once all these teams make a decision of heading towards the circle, then Team Sage can cut off their rotation. And these teams are lacking with utilities, lacking with resources. The Sage Esports, they can make the most out of this situation. But they need to understand that they are in contention. So these early fights might become a problem for them. And the blue zone is just nibbling all the teams. Dangerous Esports, One United, and even Team Extreme. And I don't know why Extreme Esports, they have stopped and they are checking out. I mean, Extreme Esports could have snuck out of there. But Extreme Esports, they're checking out on all the teams present in Rozhok. Probably they want an elimination here. Aura went in too close. Takes a U-turn right on time. But now again, Aura is trying to move in close and get some more information for him. Yeah, he moves in, deals a fire, and comes back. And Poison shows up. Poison shows up, and now probably Team Sage is all set to initiate this fight against Extreme Esports. And one of the players of Extreme Esports have been knocked out too. Brilliant job done there by Aura. Gets a knock for himself. Sandrick closes in. Sandrick is going to get knocked out here. That's a sandwich situation. Aura straight away connects it on the head of Sandrick. And Extreme Esports now just down to one player. Things are getting worse and worse. Good retaliation there. Swayze gets knocked out. Smokey doing the job. Fatality, and CO. The duo surviving. And one thing is true that they cannot save Robbie and Swayze here. It's almost impossible. And Sage Esports will close in and flush out these players too. One United, they'll be very much happy right now because they are watching Team Dangerous Esports taking a taste of their own medicine. This is what Dangerous Esports did a few minutes ago, doing a third party on One United. They didn't let One United fight Mystic Esports in peace. They ruined that fight for One Esports. And now, Team Sage Esports is doing them wrong. Fatality has an angle on Lord there, and Lord, he will be taken down by Fatality, and that was a heart attack for him. So with this, Fatality's position has been compromised. It is such a huge fight and a huge cluster. Still 3 teams in Rozhok. It's a triple threat fight, and I'm surprised how Sage Esports, they prioritized the fight out of the circle, that too into the blue zone. That is just surprising. I mean, they want eliminations and they can go to any limit to get those eliminations for them. A Fatality, he is trapped. He tried to sneak out, but he is trapped here. And he would like to welcome the players of Team Sage with that grenade. Can he connect? Just a second, he got late. And again, Fatality, he has enough amount of grenades. Healthy amount of grenades. At least knock down a player with these 2 grenades. And Smokey might get knocked out. Oh my goodness, that grenade will be overcooked. And Fatality won't be able to create that opening. So, Sage Esports, now they are deploying all those grenades and utilities into the squad house. The third party coming in too. So, Fatality is in a panic mode. Now he'll keep on running, keep on changing his position. And that is what is irritating Sage Esports. Paul makes a mistake. What a reflex by Fatality. Paul overcommitted, but that aim shift was intense. That was impressive. Poison is on his knees. Pearl is on his knees. Fatality jumps down, takes down Smokey, and oh my god! Fatality with the clutch of a lifetime. You gotta be kidding me. A 1v4, that's a clean sweep. And Sage Esports, they fell on their face. God damn it. What a clutch. Alliance, meanwhile, sort of trapped they are. Such an open area. And that is just one player who is trapped right now in open area, and that is Nick Hatamir. The vehicle will be exploded. That vehicle will explode. That vehicle has been demolished by Team Leo. But the retaliation will be much more better. Messi gets knocked out. And already Leo Esports, they are struggling with manpower of their players. Getting a knockdown here. That is a problem. Messi, he's surviving 10 HPs. He'll be flushed out. 18 shows up out of nowhere. And Leo Esports, Marin and Aero now. Just 2 players surviving for Leo Esports. By the way, third circle has been initiated. Circle moves for a southern shift. Water area still present inside the circle. Milta is present inside the circle. Extreme Esports, they're going a bit passive. Dangerous Esports, they get a move. And all the teams now will fight into the circle because there are very less teams. Just 8 teams are alive and none of these teams are in contention. Just a alliance. That's only one team who is in contention or who can become the champions. Rest all the other teams, they're way behind. The bottom of the points table, these teams are. In Alliance, they must be very glad that they didn't face any casualty there. And Nike Tamir, he was in so much open, he was caught there. But Team Alliance, for now, will be facing no casualty. And again, they are trying really hard in this last game to become the champions, to get the hashtag one. Just playing on the edge, not getting too in. They wouldn't want to be overwhelmed between two teams. So yes, just playing on the edge, edge to edge gameplay by Team Alliance, which is pretty cool to see. ETN versus Team Dangerous on the other side happening. Two big teams colliding. Fatality, last player surviving. Can he take the revenge? Well, straight away enters the Milta city, and maybe he'll find a house for himself here, and will just try to survive. But there's no point of surviving. He's already pulled off a 1v4. So why doesn't he do the good job here by fighting more and more teams? He's already got a great momentum with Juniors. Knocks down Jamal. Juniors will be overwhelmed there. Cannot do anything. Can there be a good aim shift? Ofi shows up. And one bullet connection through the smoke will be enough. And Bofi will meet the requirements. ETN is out. They're eliminated on 8th position. 7 teams, 15 players. Alep Esports in this last game. They've been phenomenal. 11 elims they'll be getting in their hands. Alliance getting 2 more eliminations. And Alep Esports, they are eliminated from this game. Alliance makes it to the top 6. Urain Saab being so much desperate for that win. Why doesn't Urain Saab perform in the first 3 games and just get good performance in the last one? I don't understand. You know, the lobby is so much dirty. It's always easy to get placement. So that's what Urain Saab takes advantage of. And all the teams, they're in a hurry. So you don't even have to take the initiative. Your opponents take the initiative. They push in by themselves. And Team Urain Saab, they always keep on taking advantage of this factor. You will rarely see them performing in the first 3 games. And you'll always see them holding tight and desperately going for that winner chicken dinner in the last game because it's comparatively easy. Prime knocks down Bofi there. And Team Urain Saab is a talented team. I mean, no disrespect. This is a talented team, but they need to figure out what's going wrong. Is there a lack of communication, lack of synergy between players? They need to figure that out. Or if the IGL is not doing the job properly, what's really wrong with Team Urain Saab? Because this team has a really good firepower, in my opinion. But somewhere execution is not on point. That's why Urain Saab, they are not able to perform according to their standards. 5 teams, 12 players. Alliance gets another one. 4 elims now. And that is just maybe getting more and more elims for his team. Harder carrying his team in this game. Leo Esports, they have their eyes on Alep. Leo Esports will be entering the Milta city. Oh, freeze! It's in a way too open area, but Marin really not interested to go for that low-key spray. Just damage your opponent and get nothing in return. But what is he doing now? Well, Alep Esports trying to enter open areas, and this was the opportunity Marin was looking for. Bofi gets knocked out too. Fatality from the sidelines, knocking down Bofi. And Alep Esports now, unfortunately, they're just down to 1 player. But Fatality could be a problem for Leo Esports as well. Yep. Jamal, last man. Oh, even Fatality completely changed the pace of the game. I thought he'll keep on rushing opponents. And he'll try to get as many eliminations as he can. But holding game after that clutch will be seen by Fatality, which is absolutely fine. I mean, if he wants to, he can. But Team Alliance, heading towards the riverbanks. Circle moves for a sudden shift, and this is a weird kind of a circle. 50% water areas will be favored by the circle and 50% land areas. Nike Tamir, I guess he just wants to survive. Rest of the three players will take care of eliminations and eliminating all the other teams. But now teams have to step in to the open lands. And this is a problem for those teams who have left their vehicles behind and traveled on feet, especially Leo Esports. They've left their vehicles behind. They thought that the circle will keep on favoring the Multa City. But right when it needed the most, the circle ditched the Multa City and it has headed towards a complete open area. And there is no cover there. Team Alliance, they're so much smart. They saw it coming. Nika Tamir, he just gets the hovercraft and heads towards the riverbanks. And he's holding there now. And he'll make it manageable for himself. And other three players will be taking care of the opponents by fighting them. And more Troy is low. The third party coming in. And maybe it's about to get knocked out. Jamal takes down Fatality. Bassa gets knocked out. And that is painful as Team Alliance loses a player. Moltro gets eliminated because of the close on. Prime connects right on time. Nikushi jumps down and Nikushi gets knocked out. So this is devastating for Team Alliance as they are losing their grip on this fight. But probably it's a 1v1 for Nikatimir and it's Leo Esports. Have they made it to the circle? Nikatimir doesn't have any idea about the presence of Team Leo Esports. And now Nikatimir gets to know. Going for those back-to-back grenades, but there is a lot of range in between. And can Leo Esports seal this game, at least in this last game? Can they get a winner chicken dinner? Nike Tamir goes for another one. And look at Marin, how much confident he is. Just openly pushing Nike Tamir. Arrow, providing that cover. Grenade. Won't cause any trouble to Marin. Tamir, can he pull off this 1v2? It's going to be exciting to see. And this grenade might deal the damage. Marin is so much low. And now Nike Tamir, he has to knock down Marin at any cost. Oh, now. Arrow with a brilliant cover there. And Team Alliance, in this game, they'll need to compromise with that stack too. It's a winner chicken dinner coming in by Team Leo's side. 8 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner. And that's the end. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if yes, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. We'll be taking a leave. I'll be taking a leave, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye. Good night and take care.